In fact, she didn't speak at all until after the birth. Chapter 1. "She's yours." The voice came out as a mere gasp. The young woman raised a trembling hand to flick the matted light brown hair off her forehead, but dropped it back onto the mattress as if the effort was too great. Rosanna Mast pulled her gaze from the hazel eyes boring into her own to send a silent plea of help to her mom. Amish midwife Sarah Mast shrugged her shoulders and continued drying the mewling, rooting infant. Rosanna sponged the young woman's face with a cool, damp cloth. She looked more like a girl than a woman, younger even than Rosanna's 21 years. She'd told them her name was Jane, after Sarah had asked repeatedly what they should call her. Sarah expertly cradled the newborn in the crook of one arm. She raised the other arm to wipe her forehead along the sleeve of her blue dress. She stepped closer to the bed and held the infant out to the woman who had just given birth to her. "You have a perfect little girl." "No!" If the voice hadn't been so raspy, Rosanna felt sure the sound would have been an ear-splitting shriek. The girl shook her head so hard Rosanna expected to see brain matter fly out her ears. She made no move to reach for the bundle in Sarah's arms. Instead, she kept her arms on the bed, with the edges of the cotton sheet bunched tightly in her fists. "Yours," she croaked, looking Rosanna straight in the eye. "I want you to have her." The words were uttered as if with great effort, but the piercing gaze never wavered from Rosanna's eyes. Rosanna felt her mouth drop open to her knees. The girl must be delirious. She must have a fever. Rosanna had assisted her mom with births more times than she could count. Never had she seen a new Mudar refuse to cuddle her boppli. Never had she heard a woman say she wanted to give away her newborn, and to her of all people. Sarah again offered the infant to the panting girl. She leaned down to give her the opportunity to better see the little one. "Look at your doctor. What will her name be?" Sarah's voice was soft, soothing. "Ask her." The young woman jerked her head toward Rosanna. I... Rosanna couldn't seem to form a coherent sentence. She tried again. She's your boppli." Rosanna looked to Sarah. What in the world was going on here? Mom would make it right. She always knew what to do. "She is yours." The exhausted-looking girl let go of the sheet she clutched so tightly and pushed against the mattress to raise herself. 2 seconds later, she flopped back onto the bed, totally spent. She gasped for breath. "I want you to have her." The voice might have been ragged, but it was forceful at the same time. "Why me? You must be confused." Rosanna glanced from the girl to her own wringing hands to her mom, and finally to the helpless newborn. "Not confused. Here, why don't you nurse your boppli, and then we'll talk. She's hungry." "No, I can't." She panted after her outburst. Her eyes widened in panic or fear or desperation. Rosanna couldn't be sure which. "Calm yourself, dear. We'll help you." If Sarah's soothing voice and serene manner didn't settle the young woman, nothing would, though Rosanna felt far from settled herself. Sarah shifted the infant to one side and patted the thin arm lying limp on the bed with her free hand. She turned to Rosanna. "Here, doctor, hold the boppli. I have to find something to feed her." Rosanna automatically reached for the bundle Sarah passed to her. At least her arms weren't numb like her brain. She looked down into the sweet little face and smiled. The miracle of birth never ceased to thrill her. She'd been ever so glad Mom had let her start assisting with births. Every newborn was a gift. This precious one somehow seemed even more special. She felt right in Rosanna's arms, a perfect fit. Rosanna snuck a peek at the girl in the bed. Her eyes were closed tightly, and she didn't show any sign whatever of wanting to bond with her infant.